Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
What's up? Happy Saturday, motherfuckers, and welcome back to the Pressure Podcast.
Ooh.
Give me a hell yeah!
We are joining you live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Cole,
LeBron.
rated M for Millennium.
Finish him!
Today we will make our predictions for the Super Bowl. It's here. Super Bowl Eve is upon us. We've covered basketball for the last few weeks, mostly just because a lot of things have been happening. It's been crazy out there in the NBA. Today we're going to definitely cover the NFL. The QFL is back. The Cell Games is here. This is what we've been waiting for, okay? Now, in other news, boxing, Canelo apparently signed the fight with Jake Paul, a super fight. Then it was rescinded because the prince in Saudi basically gave him an offer he couldn't refuse, okay?
Be cool,
He gave him a 4-fight mega deal, so Canelo ain't fighting Jake Paul as of now. So we shall see what's in store for Cinco de
Good, because
Mayo.
that would have been a clown show. I really don't think that's even a good idea.
I don't think Canelo was. I don't think that was going to be a real fight either. I don't think so. I think it was just for showing for
Are
money.
you crazy? He'll kill that man. Put that man in the hospital.
Jake Paul don't want it with Canelo. Whoever wants to, I mean, you guys can leave it in the comment. This is the Pressure Podcast reviewer has say, but I think Canelo will get his ass whooped. So let's get to the Super Bowl, shall we? Let's get to the fucking bowl.
The next ambulance would have been Jake Paul.
Hopefully there's no ambulance tomorrow, okay? At least for your side.
No. Please, guys. Please.
Drum roll, please. It is here, ladies and gentlemen. The 3-time champion Chiefs look to three-peat against the Philadelphia Eagles, a rematch of the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Kansas City is ranked 9th in points per game, 22.6, and they rank 3rd or 4th in points per game allowed, 19.2. Philly ranked 3 they ranked 7th in the offense at 27.9. They ranked number 2 in defense, 17.8 points per allowed. Eagles are 14-3, Chiefs are 15-2. In this game, the Eagles are the home team. I think it's because of where the stadium is at.
Yeah.
And the stadium is in NFC parking lot, if you will. However, the Chiefs are favored on the road. Quotation points on the road, 1.5. So go ahead, bro. Who's winning and why?
Excuse my language. Fuck that shit. That shit's terrible. First of all, you see the numbers there, right? You just read the numbers, right? So how have you read those numbers? They're favored. Oh, they got Pat Mahomes. Well, let's talk about Pat Mahomes and Jalen Hurts for a second here, right? Pat Mahomes, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Good, right? Really good against us. 359 passing yards. Really good, right? Those are solid numbers, right? Those should be able to get you past beating the Eagles. Oh, wait, hold on. Jalen Hurts, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 1 fumble. Basically the same thing. And passing yards, 450. So he has more. And he's supposed to be the generational quarterback. I'm just saying, it's not far-fetched to say Jalen Hurts is maybe not in the same category as him, but he's climbing up there. Little by little. But you know what? He had to grind for his. That's the difference. That's the only difference. He didn't have an Andy Reid. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of had to work a little bit more for his. He also has gone through 5 offensive coordinators since his first year in college. So it's like it's a revolving door with him, and somehow, some way, he still keeps winning. But you guys keep doubting him, and I promise you, we're gonna whoop that motherfucking ass come Sunday. And yes, you can keep that motherfucking receipt, because I promise. Fuck the rest. The rest ain't gonna have nothing to do with this. We have the better running back. We have the better secondary. We have the better linebackers. We have the better D-line. We have, our O-line has been the best for the last 5, 6, 7, Stoutling years. Ever since Stoutland been there, we've been pretty much in that top 5. So y'all can miss me with whatever they're bringing.
Finish him.
By the way, they have a lineman on their team that all he does is false start a lot. And I'm talking about a lot. And it's not the first year he's done it either. He seems to do this a lot. I forget his name. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. And also, Pat Mahomes against this D-line with that athleticism, Nolan Smith, Josh Sweat. Yeah, this ain't gonna be what he want. Not to mention we got a healthy Brendan Graham who might play on Sunday, who might suit up and end up winning another Super Bowl. Who knows? Maybe it'll be on the same exact play they did Tom Brady. We never know. We're gonna find out though. But either way, I'm gonna say we whoop that ass.
Give me a hell yeah.
Because that's what's gonna happen. I'm saying I'm gonna go 34 to 27.
Okay. So I agree on a lot of things he says. The way I see this QFL matchup, number one, we got to start with the head coaches. Andy Reid versus Nick Sirianni. Andy Reid's on
He wins.
He's not on the cuffs of the door. He's already opened the door to the greatest head coach of all time.
Absolutely.
This will cement it. Okay.
Absolutely.
I think it's safe to say he's the greatest offensive mind in the history of the QFL. Whatever Bill Walsh created, Andy Reid took it and evolved it. Okay, he made it a Charizard compared to what Bill Walsh did. And that's not saying anything to Bill Walsh. It's not no disrespect. It's just that the game evolves, and that's what the Andy Reid did. Is just evolved with the time. He just evolved the Bill Walsh system, the West Coast system. Nick Sirianni sprinkled his own magic to the West Coast system. The West Coast offense is predicated on short throws, but with precision, so that the receiver can make the rest of the yardage after the catch, not before the catch. If it's well timed and precise, you'll get yak after every fucking throw, and that's what the West Coast offense predicates on. So you need accurate quarterbacks. Both of the quarterbacks are accurate. Nick Sirianni though has a method that is very, very, very dangerous added to the West Coast offense, which is controlling clock. To me, in the old school way of football, before it turned to be the QFL, the best way to win was with great defense, a smart and sharp quarterback, and a running back that could run the clock out for you. Okay, if you have those three, you have a good chance of winning. Okay. Nowadays, obviously, the QFL's evolved to let the quarterback pass a lot, but when you have defense like the ones you see here, it tends to go back to old school, which is what the fuck I like, baby.
Give me a hell yeah.
So I got Nick Sirianni. As long as he does that, he has the edge over Andy Reid. Reason why is because the Kansas City Chiefs defense and the Philadelphia defense are completely opposites right now. Kansas City defense is predicated on stopping the run and not you know what I'm saying, allowing big chunk plays basically, right? Mm-hmm. But Philly's defense is predicated on getting to the quarterback and not letting him throw. Basically, no time to throw, nowhere to throw. When you face a Philly defense, that's what you have. They call it.
And you better secure that ball.
Yes,
because we definitely go for it.
Now
definitely go for it.
Now, I got the edge for Philly on that one. So even though Andy Reid has the edge in, you know what I'm saying, experience and accolades, Nick has the edge in method. Kansas City has the championships and accolades. Philadelphia the Philadelphia defense has him beat in method. Okay, so let's go to QBs. He just read a few stats. Obviously, those stats matter, and the head-to-head stats do matter because Jalen Hurts is on the upper side of that one. However, Mahomes won the Super Bowl, the one that actually counted. So on this one, I'm gonna have to give it to Mahomes. He is a 3-time champion, going for 4.
Absolutely.
So that's that. So 2-1 Philly. Kansas City offense versus Philadelphia offense. This is where it breaks in. The Kansas City offense is
Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes and Kelsey.
This is the second worst Kansas City offense in the Mahomes era.
What's up, Debo?
What's up, Cuzzo? Want me to send you the link? So, give me a second while I show my cousin his link to hop on if he wanted to.
And if any of y'all want to join, hell yeah. We here for it right now. This energy different
Yes.
right now. I'm pumped.
If anybody wants to join in to our live,
I'm pumped. I can't wait.
we would
tomorrow.
definitely love to have you here.
Oh, I'm running out of that job at 6 o'clock. I'm talking about like sprinting. Oh, bad. That's
Oh,
what's up.
welcome back home. Welcome back home, Cuzzo. So, yeah, we're going through our predictions on the Super Bowl. Oh, all right. Say what up to your moms. I know it's her birthday soon. Tell her happy birthday for
Oh
me.
yeah, happy birthday, moms. Hell yeah.
So, speaking about the offense, this is Kansas City's second worst offense in the Mahomes era is what I was saying. This is where it left off at. It's not that they're terrible. It's just that compared to what they used to have, is nothing complain. It's nothing to compare. Last year they had the worst. Last year they led the league in drops and still won the game and still won the Super Bowl. This year it wasn't that bad, but it was still pretty bad to where they only scored over 30 points one time this season. Okay.
Finish him.
So I've got the Eagles on this one because they have the better O-line, they have the better receiving core, they have the better running back, and I know they in the QFL they have the better quarterback, so it means a lot, and that's why it's tough to put. That's why I gave the quarterback to Kansas City, but offense got to go to the Philly, and this is where I gave the Philly defense over the Kansas City defense because the Philly defense can bother Mahomes. I don't think the Kansas City offense can bother the Philly defense, if that makes any sense.
Hell yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I think that the Philly offense is going to definitely bother the Kansas City defense. That O-line is not going to let them stop from running Saquon to the, you know what I'm saying, all over the place.
Keys for the Eagles to win. Stop Kelsey. Stop Mahomes from throwing all over the field. The Eagles, you have to stop Saquon. You have to stop Devontae. You have to stop A.J. Brown, Goddard. Jalen Hurts can run. So it's like it's so many aspects that you can go to. So many different players that you can go to in any situation.
So just to recap the tally, when it comes to head coach, Nick, obviously Andy's the better coach, but Nick has the better method in winning this game. Kansas City defense, Philadelphia has the lead in that one, so that's 2-0 Philly. Quarterback, that's on Mahomes, so 2-1 Philly. Kansas City offense, Philly offense, I go Philly offense, that's 3-1. You know what I'm saying, Philadelphia. And then special teams kicker. That one goes to the Chiefs.
Flecker, all day.
That one goes to the Chiefs. The Chiefs have the better special team. They have the better field goal kicker. He's the most accurate kicker in the league today and the most clutch. He literally is the MVP for this team. He's the reason this team has went 15-1 before the last game of the season because they benched everybody. This is literally like unsigned hype, underrated. What's it called? Overlooked. This is the unsung hero for the Kansas City Chiefs. So that goes to them. So that's 3-2 Kansas City, Philly to Kansas City. So that's why I got Philly winning because they have the better method of winning. They have the better defense and they have the better offense. Okay? If they do that right, I have Eagles winning 31-23. 31-23.
Give me a hell yeah.
So one thing I wanted to say because I just heard this in an interview from Jeff Stoutland, our offensive lineman coach. He says it's so funny how you guys want to sit there and say Nick Sirianni, you don't do nothing for this team, he ain't nothing for this team, he don't mean nothing to this team, and all he does is win, first of all, and put people in positions to win. So the Eagles signed Mekhi Becton this year. Now, this guy was an afterthought for other teams. They didn't even think he could be a lineman. So what's Nick Sirianni do? He tells Stoutland, let's try him at guard. That was Nick Sirianni who started that. And that's the reason why. He's an All-Pro this year, and he's a Pro Bowler this year. So everybody could suck it if you guys don't like Nick Sirianni. All that dude does is win, and put his team in position to win.
All right. So then let's delve into another reason why I think nah, it's not breakout here, brother. We're in Florida. We're in Orlando.
Not
Homie.
here, bro.
We living good here. It's 70-degree weather. All right.
Where the hell is he at?
This is the main reason why the Eagles are going to win right here. It's uptown in the Bronx, Saquon Barkley. For those who don't know, Saquon Barkley is from the Bronx, like myself. He was raised in Philly. I was raised in Orlando. But we're roots are from the Bronx. And the reason I mentioned that the Bronx is something key here with Philly, the Bronx is behind Philly. Let me show you a few people who are from the Bronx, a few performers, a few people that show up in the clutch, prime time, in the big dance. All right. For those who don't know, Calvin Klein and Ralph Lauren, they're fashion icons globally, worldwide, but in America, they're definitely fashion icons. They're not the same designers as in Italy and all those guys that you have over there, but in America they are. In the United States they are, and they're both from the Bronx. Calvin Klein and Ralph Lauren. You know who else is from the Bronx? Stan Lee, motherfucker. Stan Lee created a universe for us, a Marvel universe, okay? He created Spider-Man. He created the Hulk.
Comic books.
He created Iron Man. He created Wolverine. He created the X-Men, Professor X, and Magneto. He created Venom and Carnage. He created the Marvel universe as
He's a goddamn legend.
Multiverse. He's from the Bronx. You know who's from the Bronx? John Gotti, motherfucker.
Finish him.
Gotti is known as the reputed mafia don of the Gambino crime family. He was the last of those days, okay? The old classic Godfathers, he was the last one of those. He's from the Bronx. Not only did he preside over the #1 crime family in the entire universe, he's also responsible for the most infamous and the most famous mob hit of all time, when he shot down his boss, Paul Castellano, a few days before Christmas, right there in Midtown Manhattan, in front of everybody, and he got away with it. The only reason this man got caught was because he was a little flashy and his underboss snitched on him. It took the highest rated or ranking snitch in the history of the world to take down John Gotti. You know who else is from the Bronx? Neil deGrasse Tyson. For those who don't know, he's a astrophysicist who all he does is spends time in IG Reels, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok, just literally captivating you with your eyes, mind fucking you in less than 55 seconds. That's what he does on a daily basis. One of the smartest men around. He's from the Bronx. You know who's from the Bronx? Hip hop. From Tahiti to Timbuktu to bumfuck Egypt to the planet Earth to planet Saturn, everyone knows hip hop. Hip hop started in the Bronx. This is the #1 music genre in the entire world. Don't kid yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
Fatality.
This is why Saquon is vying heavily to win probably Super Bowl MVP.
Shit, we win. He goes crazy. He's got to win Super Bowl MVP.
And this is the X factor in the Super Bowl for me. The Bronx is with you, bro. The Bronx is with you, Saquon. So go get it done.
I feel like that should segue right into what we were talking about next, which is the tower rankings for best players in the playoffs.
Yes. Well,
Eliminated and eliminated.
We're not gonna do tower rankings. We're just gonna do the 10 best players in the Super Bowl.
Eliminated and not eliminated. Oh, you want to do those? Okay, we
Yeah.
can do that. That's fine. So my #1, obviously, Saquon. Saquon pretty much done everything for this team that they've asked him to do, and all I've heard out of his mouth is, "Oh, let's get to the Super Bowl. Let's get to the Super Bowl. Let's get to the Super Bowl." He didn't care about breaking the rushing record just to get to the Super Bowl. He's there now. Now it's put up or shut up. And if we put up, then he's got to be the MVP. He's got to be the MVP. Then my second player right now is Hurts. You know Hurts don't have a turnover in the playoffs, right? Does anybody know that? Hurts doesn't have one turnover in these playoffs. It just seems like to me Hurts learned from the mistake he made And it must have beat him the hell up that happened, and that was the reason why he feels like he let his team down, and he just doesn't want to put the ball in harm's way. And he shouldn't. When you have a running back, as we say all the time, that can go get you 200 yards, you just hand him the motherfucking ball, and that's it.
It just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And then Mahomes, of course, Mahomes, you got to put him in there. He's, 3-time champion. You know what I'm saying? If he wins 4, then we start talking about him as one of the greatest of all time, because I don't like the greatest of all time. I think they kind of sell short everybody else that's kind of done a lot more. I get it that he's done a lot in his career so far, but his career's not over. So it's almost like when we talk about LeBron, how some people be like, oh, we're going to put him here already. Well, we don't know because his career's not over yet. So that's that. And then a surprising one, Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith has 4 sacks in 3 games in the playoffs. He's been tremendous. He's been getting pressure on the quarterback. Taking down Jaden Daniels is not a small feat. That's not easy to do. And he was able to do that, so that was impressive. And then, am I missing? I think I'm missing one, right? No. Yeah, I am missing one. Let me throw in Dallas Goedert. I think Dallas Goedert hasn't got enough recognition. And what he's going to do this tomorrow, maybe finally he'll get that recognition as one of the best tight ends in the league. He's not in our top 5 right now because, to me, he gets hurt too much. But if he does this, I feel like eventually he'll get in that top 5 for winning a championship and finally getting noticed a little bit more than he already should be, because he's an amazing tight end. He gets open. He's got really good hands. He's pretty fast for somebody that big, and he's strong too. So he doesn't just go down by little shit contact. You actually have to really tackle that man. If not, he'll mush you till next Monday. So yeah, those are my top 5.
Well, I thought we said top 10.
Oh, I don't have a top 10 because
Okay.
I put non.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I wanted to put some other guys in there. I thought you meant like all the playoffs. I didn't think
just
you
the
meant
Super Bowl.
Just the Super Bowl, but okay.
Yeah, no. So miscommunication there. My top 10 best players in the Super Bowl. Number 1 is Pat Mahomes. I think that's pretty obvious. Number 2 is Jalen Hurts. I think that's pretty obvious. It is the QFL, so those 2 will reign supreme. Number 3 is Saquon Barkley. He's the best we already mentioned this. He's the best non-quarterback in the entire cell games. Okay. After Saquon, I have to put Chris Jones in there. Chris Jones is an elite player for the defensive tackle for the or defensive lineman, defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs, 3-time champion.
Absolutely.
After that, I will have to say is Trent McDuffie. He's 3-time, or I don't know how many if he was there the entire time, but he's at least a 2-time champion cornerback. Then I've got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, the 2 best receivers in this Super Bowl. After them, I got Xavier Worthy, who's the 3rd best receiver in the Super Bowl. This is where it gets a little shaky, but I think I'm going to have to put
Kelsey?
No. Quentin Mitchell, and who's the other guy?
Quinyon Mitchell and Dijon.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Dijon.
Those 2 tandems right there, they're the best secondary in the playoffs. They were the best secondary in the league, and they're the best secondary in the Super Bowl. So they're right there.
They interviewed Vic Fangio, and they were like, "How do you guys feel about 2 rookies going into the Super Bowl?" Guess what, guys? One thing you guys gotta understand: they've done it all season. They're no longer rookies. Rookie left after the when the playoffs started. When they start playing on that type of level, even in the playoffs, They're no longer rookies. They're not making rookie mistakes. Let's put it like that. They're not making rookie mistakes. We've yet to see it, so I'm not like expecting them to all of a sudden, because I get it. The greatest mind. He's the greatest mind to me as far as like offense goes to do it. But I mean, they've been doing it all year. It's not like you just shut that off all of a sudden and become a bum. It doesn't work like that.
And then after that, I've got Harrison Butker, the kicker for the field goal kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs.
My apologies.
And after that, the last one is going to be I would say Jalen. Well, who's your linebacker name again? The guy that got hurt. Who?
Jalen Carter. Oh, got hurt?
The linebacker.
Oh, Zach Bond.
Zach Bond. Is he playing?
Yeah, everybody's playing.
Good.
Good.
Zach Bond is the best linebacker on the field, and he's also the guy that's going to try to keep Mahomes in check. That thing where Mahomes stands his plays and then leaks out and throws it over somebody because they stop coverage or they dropped in coverage. You're gonna have to handle that, my G. You're the one who's gonna be on the QB spy. So those are to me the top 10 best players in the Super Bowl. So let's get to the tower rankings. Well, actually, no. Let's go with the players under pressure first, okay? Players under pressure. Players who are under pressure to perform on the big stage, big dance, Super Bowl, cell games. Go.
That's easy. It's Saquon, Hurts, Mahomes, and honestly, I put my defense because I feel like this is the biggest test. Like one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen going up against this defense that everybody's been saying is one of the top defenses in the league, and they've shown it all year, but now it's time to, finish the job. If you can finish this job, then you've proven that you're one of the best defenses in this league, and it's not even close. And they can't argue that. So those are mine.
All right. So here in the Pressure Podcast, pressure means to perform, react, endure, use of strategies and sports under rigorous environments, motherfucker.
Finish him.
We don't like to call people out. What we do is we call it how we see it, okay? And how we see it is a little different than others. We are rated M for millennials. We like to put players in a certain room that people know, millennials know. It's called the gravity room. In Dragon Ball Z, whenever shit was going down, whenever the Cell Games was about to be, they go to two rooms. One is called the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. It's a special room where you could spend a whole year's worth of training in one day. The other room is the Gravity Room, which is where we're going to do this here. This room multiplies and amplifies Earth's gravity however you want. And this one is 50 times Earth gravity. This is the low pressure room. In here, you're going to find Andy Reid, Chris Jones, and the referee. Andy Reid, GOAT head coach closed. I gave him instructions on how to succeed through this weekend. GOAT head coach closer. This is for you to close the door on who's the greatest head coach of all time. To some, it's still going to be Bill Belichick, but Bill Belichick didn't have a winning record before he got Brady. You did. You had a great record before you got Mahomes.
I think it's Reid.
So that's on you there. For Chris Jones, eating the football over there, you got to stop Saquon. It's a tough task. But the pressure's on you. They're going to look on you, on the defensive line, to make sure Saquon does not eat. And then for the referees, I only got one thing to say to you. Do not bail out fucking Mahomes, motherfucker.
I know good loser like you bum.
Do not bail him out, okay? Let him lose fair and square. Let him win fair and square. I'm going to turn the gravity up a notch to 100 times Earth gravity. This is where I only put elite players in here, but this is the Super Bowl. There's no such thing as not elites. Everybody in here is elite. So, Sirianni is what you're going to find in here. Quinyon Mitchell is what you find here, and then you're going to find A.J. Brown in here. Sirianni, don't overthink it, okay? I know you're not going to show up playing checkers against Andy Reid's chest, but just don't overthink it. Whatever got you here, keep doing that, and you should be fine, okay?
That's not Quinyon Mitchell.
Well, I put some defender there. This is meant for the Philly defense. Do not let Pat eat. Do not let him get to 300 yards. Do not let him leak out, drop on coverage, and him have you throw a little floater over your head for a touchdown or for a first down or a clutch play. All right? Do not let him do that. Do not let Kelsey get behind you wide open, and do not let Pat eat. And for AJ Brown and for the wide receivers of the Philadelphia Eagles, don't drop anything. Simple instructions, okay? Don't drop anything. And then we'll go to the gravity room here. This is the 400 times gravity. This is complete pressure. This is only the most elite of elites. These are special players in here. Two of them, they know what to do. I don't have to tell them anything. But then there's another player that we do have to tell them. It's Saquon Barkley and Travis Kelce. In there, I'm in belief that this is Travis Kelce's last game. Could be. Okay? So go out swinging. Just go out swinging. And for Saquon, it's very simple. I already said it. Break the Super Bowl rush record, and you will win the game. All right? I don't have to tell the quarterbacks what to do. This is the QFL. They know what to do. And those are the players under pressure for the Super Bowl.
What's the Super Bowl record? 220?
2 something. Let me see. It's a fun fact that I know about the record.
Damn, 220. I mean, 200 plus is crazy in the Super Bowl. If you can get that, that means the defense was weak.
It was a guy named Timmy Smith. He was a backup running back. He was a rookie for the Washington Redskins back then. The record is 204. You know what the interesting is? That was his first start.
That's dope.
In his first start, he set the fucking record for rushing yards. That's a guy who wanted to play.
And who was ready for the moment. Oh, my goodness. Talk about ready for a moment.
Yes.
That's crazy.
So let's get to the tower rankings, okay? We have a special tower ranking here. These power rankings are going to reflect the best Super Bowl, the Super Bowl tower ranking, basically. The best teams in Super Bowl history. Go ahead, bro.
So, it was hard for me to put this in tower rankings, first of all. I just want to let you know this is really hard to do. But to me, like, two of the most dominant teams that I ever seen in the Super Bowl period was the Steelers and the Patriots, obviously. But I went with the Steelers because both of these were Big Ben, and that defense was hell. And when I talk about like you could throw on this team or not, I wouldn't say couldn't throw because that I would be selling the Cardinals short. They actually gave them a run for their money, but they had Fitzgerald. You know what I'm saying? But even then, it was too much. The defense was too much. So I have 2006 at 1, and I have 2009 at 2. At 3, I have the 2001 Ravens. I mean, Ray Lewis, man. And then I put also the 2013 Ravens. That defense was fire. That defense was out of his mind. The secondary, I think that's probably one of the best secondaries in the Super Bowl I've ever seen. Then I got the 2023 Chiefs and 2024 Chiefs. I put them together because they're on that run. I thought that's impressive that team is able to run it back with pretty much the same players.
Be cool,
And
nigga.
so on and so forth. Then I have the 2016 Broncos. Peyton Manning, and then not to mention Von Miller. Von fucking Miller. How many pressures did that man have in that game? That was an incredible performance by a defensive end, if I've seen one. Then I put at number 8, I put the Rams, 2002. No, they didn't win it, but they motherfucking should have. They had Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt. They had, I believe,
Marshall Faulk.
Marshall Faulk. They had Kurt Warner. Who else? They had Orlando Pace on that offensive line. I'm trying to think of the defense, the corners. It's not coming to my head right now. Damn it. But yeah, man, I was surprised about that. That was shocking. I ain't gonna lie, that was shocking. And I know there was a lot of people who were shocked that happened. But I mean, look who it ended up being though. It took a GOAT to be able to, you know what I'm saying, stop that team. So then, then I put at 9 the 2003, the Bucks. The Bucks defense was, again, that's another defense that was incredible. Derrick Brooks, you know what I'm saying. We talking about Rondé Barber, like, yeah, that team was tough. And then I put at 10. I had to give Tom a little credit. I got the 2019 Patriots.
Okay. But those are recent teams. You don't have none of the old school teams.
Nah. Cause I didn't really watch like old Super Bowls and stuff like that. I might have to sit down and actually watch those, but yeah,
Gotcha.
those are out of what I know.
Well, these are my Mortal Kombat inspired power rankings, or tower rankings, as I like to call it.
Finish him.
So, at the bottom, you have the 17 Eagles, the 2018 Philadelphia Eagles, the one with Nick Foles.
Yes.
This is one of the best offenses in Super Bowl history, and this is one of the best defenses in Super Bowl history. It didn't show up in that game, but believe me, if you look at the season stats, they were very, very good. After that, I got the Chicago Bears, the 85 Bears. The 85 Bears were not good offensively, but they did have Walter Payton. They did have a game manager, and they controlled the clock, and they had one of the most formidable defenses of all time, a defense that went 15-1, okay? After that, I'm sorry to Warren Sapp, I'm sorry to Brooks, but this is not your Buccaneers. This is the Tom Brady Buccaneers. Did everybody know that team was number 1 in defense and number 1 in offense that year?
Finish him.
Be cool, nigga.
Number 6, I have the Lombardi Packers, okay? The Lombardi Packers deserve a lot of credit because not only did they make the Super Bowl what it is today, but they're also the first two-time winner, the first two to win the first 2 Super Bowls. They were the ones who did. That's why the Lombardi's named after Vince Lombardi, because the trophy, because he won the first 2. He gave credentials to the NFL. Then I got the Baltimore Ravens, the 2000 Baltimore Ravens, probably the best defense left outside the dynasty teams, okay? This defense did not allow a touchdown the entire fucking Super Bowl. The only reason the Giants scored was because of a kick return. I don't know no defense that did that. Even the Bears allowed a touchdown. Even the Buccaneers allowed a touchdown. The only team that did not allow a touchdown, the only defense that did not allow a touchdown was my Ravens. Then you got the 90s Dallas Cowboys. One of the most elite teams defensively and offensively that you'll ever see. Okay, this is before the salary cap was a thing.
Be cool, nigga.
Then you got the steel curtain that he mentioned, Big Ben Roethlisberger with James Harrison and Troy Polamalu, Ryan Clark,
That's tough.
Santonio Holmes, Plaxico Burress.
Jerome Bettis,
You know what I'm saying? What was his name? Charlie Ward? No, not Charlie Ward.
Hines Ward.
Hines Ward. Those guys were loaded, okay? There's a very, very good defense. They won 2 Super Bowls.
And then they added a wide receiver and Holmes and one in 2009. So it's like, man.
Then at 3, I got Joe Montana's 49ers because not only did they win 4 Super Bowls, they never lost in a Super Bowl. They changed the game. They're the reason the West Coast offense is what it is today. Bill Walsh was the genius behind that and the mastermind behind that. So they belong there. Number 2 is the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs that we see in right now. This is offensively and defensively one of the greatest teams all around, and then special teams. They literally have it in all 3 phases. This is literally that. And then I got the perfect Patriots. They didn't win a Super Bowl, but they went perfect. They're the only team that went perfect. And they had a great defense. They had Randy Moss and Tom Brady. And obviously they ended up winning 6 Super Bowls totals. Tom Brady won his 7th with Tampa. So to me, you can say the best dynasties in Super Bowl history. I call it the best Super Bowl teams in Super Bowl history. That's the way I have it right there.
But man, is it hard to like break that down. It really is.
It is. It's too many Super Bowls now, but to me, these are the top 10 teams. I don't have any honorable mentions. I was going to put the Seahawks in there
Legion of
The Legion of Boom. I was going to put them in there.
Legion of Boom.
But their offense was just not as good as some of the teams that were here. And their defense was nowhere near as elite as some of the defense here. They were elite, but they were not these guys. They were not these guys. They were not the Ravens. They were not the Bears. And they definitely weren't the Steel Curtain. They were very good, though. They were very good. But if their offense had been better, I would have put them ahead of the Philadelphia Eagles over there. But they were just Marshawn Lynch. I mean, I know the numbers look better now, but if Russell Wilson had played back then in the Bears days, believe me, his numbers would look just like McMahon's.
Yeah.
All right. So after the tower rankings, we're starting to glitch here. It's about that sign-off hour. We got one last thing. We opened the books, ladies and gentlemen. The final boss investigation board, the FBI board. So 2 people have been dropped. 1 is missing. We don't know where Debo is. Debo's been reported missing by his wife. And CMC is sleeping with the fishes. We got a Sicilian message the other day. It was a CMC jersey. And when you unwrapped it, there was a fish in there. That's a Sicilian message. It means that CMC sleeps with the fishes. Somebody killed him, dumped him in the river, and put him in cement shoes is what they call it. Cement shoes. They put you in a little, they tie you up. They beat you up first. They tie you up. They put your feet in wet cement until it dries. And once it dries, they're going to just dump you in the river and no one's ever going to hear for you for the rest of your life. That's what happened to CMC here. This is the mafia. This is mob shit. All right? Pat Mahomes don't put up with that shit in his family. CMC's gone. Debo's missing. I don't know what happened to Debo. No information. I ain't snitching. But we have some new additions. We opened the book. We only opened the book towards the new year for the NBA, and we only opened the FBI board right before the Super Bowl, the book, shall we. So these are made men. These are men that are cemented, that you can count on, that you can put your money behind, and you can say, this guy's going to get it done for me, okay? More often than not. The boss, the head of the crime family, the Brady crime family, named after the reputed criminal called Tom Brady, 7-time champion, is Pat Mahomes, who's in the Super Bowl right here. I did this. Everybody knows I've had the FBI board since the beginning of the season. I had him the boss. The underboss is the clear number 2 in the entire league is Lamar Jackson.
Yes, it's looking like, bitch.
He didn't win the MVP, and that's okay. But everybody knows he's the second best quarterback in the fucking league. Okay, he just happens to have a hard time in the playoffs. But that's the Robin. He's the underboss of the family. The consigliere, there's a position missing. It's called the consigliere. He's the counselor. He's the advisor. All right, that's Tom Brady. He's just, you know what I'm saying, when Pat Mahomes needs advice or, you know what I'm saying, Lamar, they just go call Tom Brady. They're the only ones that can't call Tom Brady. And then the others are Mambas. They're capos. These guys are captains. They're made men, and they're in charge of their own crews. In here, you're going to find Jalen Hurts, Joe Cool. You had Cheetah. We already had T.J. Watt. We already had Josh Allen, King Henry, and Jetta. We've added to that. We've added Saquon Barkley. He's a made man. We've added Jamar Chase. He's a made man. We've added Jaden Daniels and his homeboy, his best friend growing up, C.J. Stroud. They're in as a tandem. And we added Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is a made man. Put some respect on Baker. Put some respect.
Facts.
That motherfucker, all he does is ball out.
Finish him.
Fuck the Panthers. What the hell were they thinking? Fuck the Cleveland Browns. Look where they're at now. Drafting number 2.
Ew.
The fuck?
Deshaun Watson?
Come on now.
You want a massage?
Did I miss anybody? I thought of putting Cal Hamilton in there. Cal Hamilton to me is a made man, but he didn't do anything in the game against the Bills that we needed. He made a lot of strong tackles, like he always said, a lot of hits. You know what I'm saying? Hit stick shits.
I really don't blame the defense like that though, because I feel like in that weather it's really hard to get traction.
No, but the Ravens defense are known to always make that one defensive play that changes the game for us all the time, or to solidify the game for us.
Yeah, but Josh hasn't been turning the ball over this year.
No, but it didn't have to be Josh. It could have been somebody else. Somebody else could have been forced to fumble. Our defense had to do something, and they didn't. All they did was sack Josh like 2 times, and I mean they bothered him here and there, but not enough to change the game. I think this list is literally set. The only other person I had was Kyle Hamilton because he's one of the best defensive.
Really good.
He's probably the best safety. He's the best safety in the league. Kyle Hamilton is the best safety.
Wait,
in the
are
league.
we missing? We are missing somebody.
Who?
Sertan.
I can't put Patrick Surtain in there just because this is his first time making the playoffs. These guys.
Defensive Player of the Year.
He did win Defensive Player of the Year. He did, but that's just not enough. Miles Garrett won defensive.
He's been great on. I mean,
Miles Garrett won Defensive
I
Player of
think
the
Miles
Year.
should be up there too, though. Dude, I ain't gonna lie.
But remember, these are guys that I could put my money on.
You
know what I'm
can't
saying?
put your money on Miles Garrett.
Not all the time, because his team sucks. His team is
Yeah,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
you can't blame his defense for that. He usually ends up with 2 sacks.
Yeah, well, nobody in that list team sucks. See what I'm saying? It has to match. Just because you're a great player doesn't mean nothing. You gotta be one of those guys that's able to. That's why I don't put Kyle Hamilton in there. The exact same reason. You know what I mean? I need to see a little more. I don't need you to lead the league in interceptions. I just need you to show up in the big games, be that guy that, hey, Surtain, like Revis Island. Revis Island would have been a made man, but you know why? Because whenever you had someone on Revis, he was out for the rest of the game. You can't say the same thing about Surtain. Even though he's great, you can't say the same thing. Those are the things I need to say to be able to put him in as a made man.
Gotcha.
But I went around. I'm trying to find anybody else, but not yet. Not yet. Kelsey would have been there, but Kelsey, I think he's retiring. If he stays one more year, I'm gonna put him in there because Kelsey's a made man. But is there anybody else I'm missing? Comments? What you think? Feel free to comment. Feel free to let me know who your favorite player is, and why does it belong in the final boss investigation board. Let me know who you have as the top 10 Super Bowl teams of all time. Give me your power rankings. Give me your players under pressure. And give me your prediction of who's going to win this game and why. But I think that's going to do it for us today.
Wait.
Oh, we got an alert. We got an
second.
alert. Hold
Wait
on.
a
Hold
second.
on. Hold the fuck on, motherfucker.
What the fuck?
What you got?
Random top 5.
All right.
No.
All right.
I'm hyped. I'm so hyped.
Come on, Dusty.
I'm ready.
Alright, so this is easy. I just broke this down because I feel like since we're talking about, you know, the board that we just put up, but we had all those people that are made men. Who are the best players under 25 right now that you would know of?
The top 5 best
That you would know
players
that's under 25.
under 25 in the QFL.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jaden Daniels.
He's not on there.
Then I don't believe that list.
He's not on there.
He's the best player under 25.
Yeah, but they need like you said, you need to see more.
Best player under 25. CJ Stroud.
No, he's not there.
How many quarterbacks are here?
Just one.
This is not a QFL list. All right.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't want to go there. Fuck the QFL.
So the best quarterback under 25 was it Jalen Hurts?
Yep. He's in there, but no, he's not in the top.
Joe Burrow?
No. Burrow's not.
I don't know.
Under 20.
These guys are pretty young.
Yeah, they're young, but they're not 25. I would say like 27. Joe Burrow.
So then who is it? Jordan Love?
No, I told you one quarterback. You told me one, Jalen Hurts. But he's number 8. Oh shit, I'm bugging. My bad. I meant he's in here, but he's not top 5. In the top 5, there's no QBs.
What kind of list is this? How can it be the top 5 players in the QFL under 25 and none of them are quarterbacks? How's that possible?
They've done more. They've done more. That's why.
How many defensive players?
3.
Surtain is in there?
He's number 6. Which I'm that's the one I was like, nah, I'm not sure if he shouldn't be in there. He should be in there. I think he should be in there. But that's just me. And I think somebody on this list should be lower. But I'm just telling you. This is what they think.
So, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase,
Yeah, 1, 2. But that was easy.
Saquon's not 25. No, he's 26 now. Is there a running back in there?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh wait, since you got the it's all defense now. Look, I broke it down there for you.
Is all defense after this?
Yeah.
I already disagree with this list because I don't know any great player that's under
I know.
25 on
I
defense.
disagree too because I feel like Patrick.
Is Kyle Hamilton in there?
No.
See what I'm saying? No, there's no way. Because there's no pass rusher that's that good.
There's one, but
No, he's not that good.
no, yeah, he's that good.
No,
he just didn't stay healthy this year.
because Max Crosby. Oh, well, yeah, but that don't count. You can't put an injured player here. Hutchinson in there.
Yeah, he's in there.
So Hutchinson. The other two defensive backs.
That's number 5, by the way. That's crazy.
Any defensive backs here?
No. They're both they're linemen. They're linemen. Yeah, I broke it down.
Jalen
Pass
Carter.
rushers. They're pass rushers.
Jalen Carter.
No. I can't believe he's not on there either. But yeah, they want people with more pedigree.
Will Anderson.
No, he's not in there. I think Will's. Yeah, I think he is young. He's that young.
Then I won't know the rest of those guys' names.
You'll know their names. It's just these names to me they shouldn't be there. They haven't proved themselves enough to me. I'm not saying they're not good and they don't have the potential to be great, but to me, like, Hurts should have been up there. Patrick Surtain should have been up there. One place for the 49ers and one place for the Stars. I'll just say that. Dallas.
Micah Parsons does not belong there.
Exactly. And then San Francisco 49ers.
Fred Warner.
No. He's
Yeah,
not that young.
Who, the Palomalo dude? I don't know his name.
No, he's a rusher. Pass rusher.
I don't know.
You don't?
Bosa's not 25 or younger.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. Bosa's been in the league for more than 6 years now. He's 27 years.
Oh, then that's wrong. Then I don't know why he's in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's not that many players that are 25 or under that better than some of these guys out here. Yeah, that was a weird list.
But Jalen Hurts and Patrick Surtain should definitely be up there. Those guys are the shit. And Aiden Hutchinson definitely belongs in there. I don't care, injured or not. That guy's a machine.
Yeah, I completely disagree with that list. All right, everybody, we're gonna sign out. Good luck to you. Make smart bets. Do not bet your rent. Do not bet your car payment. Do not bet your wife's ring. Do not bet your wedding. Just bet something extra. Chump change, okay?
Yeah, because you don't know what the fuck these refs is on.
But have some fun tomorrow. Enjoy time with family. Eat some wings. Drink responsibly. And don't drink and drive, everybody. Drink while driving if you can. But don't drink, get drunk, and then drive. Don't wait for the effects to happen and then to start driving. If you're drunk a lot, you better drive immediately before the shit hits you. Because once it hits, bro, you Ubering, okay? But we've made our predictions. We will check the receipts on Monday night at midnight. We're here Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays at midnight. And we will recap what we saw. Fuck Kendrick Lamar. Peace out.